the most dangerous country in the world for women traveler? Hey Pam, are you safe while traveling the world solo? Is it safe to travel India solo? Wait, listen to me first before making your judgments. Good and bad coexist everywhere. And when it comes to issues for solo female travelers, India has its fair share of issues. Numerous travelers have shared horrible tales of unwanted attention, scams, selfie requests that turned into harassments, aggressive and domineering behaviors by guys, etc. Can we, however, single out these occurrences and claim that it exclusively happens in India? So why do people think India is unsafe for women travelers? It is one of the most searched query on Google. Changes makes us uncomfortable. When we encounter things or events that are out of our control or for which there is no apparent reason, we get afraid. India is unquestionably a joyride into the unknown. First-time visitors to this multicultural nation often feel overwhelmed and are unsure of what to expect. A circumstance or location's familiarity might diminish the terror reaction. For this reason, even those who reside in the most hazardous areas do not feel unsafe. I have never felt unsafe in New Delhi because I know my territory. I know when to go, where to go, what to wear, and how to talk to different people. When you hear people reinforcing a particular information, you start perceiving it as a truth. Applying this generalization based on stereotypes leads to prejudice. There is so much of negative information available online that one is forced to believe that there must be an element of truth. People believe that all negative events, generally experienced or observed, will most definitely lead to same disturbing results. Our brain starts believing the irrational outcomes. For example, I have seen numerous movies where it is reinforced that women who travel alone gets mobbed, raped or murdered. So every time I travel, these thoughts haunts me and even initially discouraged me from traveling. These conditions fear plays an important role in how people become prejudiced against other genders, communities or countries. The fact that there is violence against women in India is not something I contest. Many Indians as well as foreign nationals, especially women, have encountered crimes like rape, murder, sexual assault, theft, etc. Media often pounds on this news to make headlines and sensationalizing it. But what the media don't report are the steps taken by the government after these crimes were reported. India is not the only rape capital of the world. Sweden, South America, USA are higher up on the list. Who can deny the knowledge of unreported campus rapes that takes place in US or the high number sexual assault cases in Sweden? Chaos is compounded by your distortions at being in foreign nation where you don't understand the language or have access to your preferred food or modes of communication. Unfamiliar customs, ways of life, social cues, etc. cause chaos for us. You will undoubtedly feel out of place. When people come to India, they get hassled by noisy traffic, the sea of people at every corner, lack of personal space, people yelling at the top of their voices and men staring at them. Safe or unsafe? You decide for yourself when you visit India. Don't let others' experiences stop you from visiting my country. Instead, it should tell you how to be cautious. I have been traveling in India all by myself for the past 10 years now, and I am telling you, India is safe as any other country in the world. Sure, there are challenges, but what place would not have them. Now the question is how to travel safe in India. I have been traveling, often in company of brave women or solo across India for a decade. Over the years, I have learned much from facing uncomfortable to hostile situations and evolved to avoid them. Below, I have compiled a list of steps to travel safe through India. First of all, someone should always know about your travel plans. Share where you will be, the place where you are staying, and tentative route of your travel. I generally share my travel details with my family, with my mom or dad or my sisters via Google Maps or via WhatsApp, and I always share the email of all my hotel bookings with them. This way, if anything goes wrong, there will be someone looking out for me. Many foreign nationals, in the fear of hurting the sentiments of local, end up saying yes to things that makes them uncomfortable. If you are white-skinned and is a tourist coming to India for the first time, you will be literally shocked to see people obsession with white skin. It is the fascination that makes locals stare and ask to take selfies. So, learn to say no. Please understand, it's okay to say no politely without offending people. An art you should practice with the first step you take in any foreign land. A good idea is to check the reviews of the hotel or homestays before you book. Check website, there are a lot of websites like booking.com, TripAdvisor, Facebook, Instagram of the hotel, Google picture to get the idea about the hotels, their amenities, their service, their location. I'm sure you would wait already, but cultivate the skill to identify fake reviews. I often start with the negative reviews and do board research on the reviewers as well. If a property has more than 40% or 30% bad reviews, I avoid it. Also talk to people who have traveled through these cities. The reviews might not be on the site but are more trustworthy. You can find them on travel boards, Facebook group, Instagram or similar places in the World Wide Web. As I mentioned above, saying no is difficult, especially for Indian. So even when we don't know something, we end up giving the wrong direction, wrong prices or even wrong advice. It is always better to talk to the folk or local who have traveled through those cities and patiently listen to their experience. Do keep in mind that we each have a unique style of traveling and different bars of experiences and expectations. A clean linen might be a high priority for you, but it need not for me. So ask question on what matters to you. Very importantly, is the location safe? How far it is from the main countryside or cab area or local transport system or hospital or eateries or local market. Dress appropriately. This is the most debatable topic in India. What is the most appropriate dress to wear in India? Now you can ask me that, Pamela, if I travel to northern part or southern part or eastern part or western part, what kind of dress should I carry? Or what is the most appropriate dress to wear in India? Okay, so I cannot briefly or precisely answer that for you. I myself have worn all kind of clothes in all kind of places. I was scrutinized at, commented upon, and may even tried to get touchy at times, but luckily I have been able to handle these situations on my own by raising voice. My advice would be to wear clothes as per the location. If you are going to a religious place or a temple, then make sure you are covered head to toe. If it is a historical place, then wear something comfortable which covers your shoulder and at least is still till your knee length. Men get frisky when you are in local markets or in public transport because these two places are too crowded. Carry a scarf to cover up or keep shrug handy to cover up yourself. Don't showcase your body too much in the market area. If you are going to have some drink, In a bar or pub or in a shopping mall, that this different cases, but most of the time when you are traveling alone, solos, especially tourist areas, so make sure you wear a proper comfortable layer of clothes like jeans, t-shirt, dress, so that people, if they stare at you, at least that be nominal. Don't drink or smoke up with strangers. This should have been the first point on my list, but not all of us smoke or drink. I always held by this commandment religiously: drink to enjoy, not to get drunk. Once you are unable to objectify, control the situation, things might get out of hand. Many people in India think that women who drink have loose character or are promiscuous or very much available. Be nice and polite to people, but avoid being extra friendly. A majority of people in India consider over-friendly people are easy to sleep with. When you are a woman traveling alone, you will most definitely get into a situation where men read over friendliness as a cue for flirting. Traditionally, we are taught to be helpful to others in times of need. If you ask for help in India, there will be many people who will come to your rescue. Make sure you ask people who are accompanied by female and families. Avoid asking for help from a group of men, like a bunch of college kids, a group of single men, they are traveling, and if you ask them, it might be distracted or some wrong information may be misused. So make sure you always ask the right people in front of the right people. Going out with the flow may seem cool and hip, but when you are in a place with as much cultural and geographical diversity as the United States, it's best to do some study first. You feel more self-assured to move around as a result. Dropping geographical names or acting as though you are familiar with the area can undoubtedly be helpful. That demonstrates to the other person that you are somewhat familiar with the place. If you are aware of your surrounding, it gives you a sense of control, which gives you confidence. Trust your instinct is very important when you are traveling on your own. It is okay to spend a few extra bucks or miss out on a good deal or let go of an amazing experience. There is nothing more important than your safety and security. Also, it's not a sign of cowardice if you back out of a challenge. Your friend, co-traveler, or the person who questioned your grit might be genuine, but then the chances of him being aware of what awaits you there is highly improbable. Anybody who is from India or has traveled to India will definitely tell you not to travel at night alone. Except for few big cities, most of India reach home at dusk and sleeps early. Help will be hard to find, from a mode of transportation to a response for your cries for rescue. Another rule of traveling I follow wholeheartedly. This is an extension of the last point. It is difficult to reach your destination if you arrive at night. One of my friend once, she arrived midnight in the city of Jaipur. Jaipur is a city in Rajasthan. But because she arrived very late, around like 1:30, she did not get any taxi, neither she booked a hotel in advance, and there was no one on the streets to guide her. She hitchhiked to her destination. It was sheer luck that the guy she took lift from was a good person. But to think about it, it is so scary to hitchhike like this at the wee hours in an unknown place. It can lead to that person's death as well. It is always a good idea to book your stay for the first day to get a hang of the destination. I always book a safe place after checking the reviews, even if I end up paying a few more bucks. We all talk about safety in India and how day by day it is becoming unbearable to stay in this dangerous country. But how many of us can say that, yes, I have done something to make this country safe? How many times you have stepped forward to diffuse a difficult situation for others? Or how many times you have helped people in locating a destination or gone that extra mile to ensure safety for that woman? Until and unless we take a step towards safety, we cannot expect the government or others to make it safe for our loved ones. So, my female solo travelers from the world, if you are traveling to India for the first time and need any help or just want to know about my beautiful country, then shoot me a mail on mukherjee.pamela5@gmail.com, or you can connect with me on Instagram. My Instagram ID is every corner of world, or you can connect me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is every corner of world. I will try to assist you in any way I can. By the way, you can check the caption level where I dropped my email ID. So if anything will comes in your mind, or you want to travel India very safely, securely, you want to know the place better way, just email me. I'll definitely try to help you. I hope you will get a memorable and enjoyable journey to your India trip. You will enjoy as much as I can, and I am enjoying here in my own country, and you will definitely get back to your country with full fun memories and a different pictures of India. Yeah, bye.